Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Bungalow. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land that we are sitting on today, the land of the Wadawurrung people, and pay respects to the elders past, present, and emerging, and thank them for everything they've done for thousands of generations to ensure that we have the land and the life that we're able to have today, and we're quite lucky enough to work and live on as well. My name is Lowanna Clarke. Dad's side are Mati Mati, Bunurong and Trawlaway, and mum's side Nookna and Cookatha Darug. I'm the team leader for the Children Youth Services programs here at Baddock, and I've got Nikki Bell here with me as well.
Hello.
There you go.
Good.
Good. Cool. And we've got Lowanna with us today for a chat. So welcome, Lowanna, to the Bungalow. We're excited to have you in as a guest. I know it was last minute, but we do appreciate you giving up your time to come in and have a chat with us and learn a little bit more about you, getting your story out there, talking about hopefully some of your amazing artwork.
I think this room needs to be called the Lowanna room.
Pretty much. We've pretty much got an exhibition of Lowanna's artwork in this room, as well as our conference room at the back. So, we're quite lucky to have someone like you involved with our programs and giving up your time and your artwork to us. So, welcome. How you going?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for having me.
No worries at all.
It's really great to be sitting in this room surrounded by my artwork. It is like my own little gallery space, so it's really great.
Yeah, it's cool. So, Lowanna, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, who are you? Where do you come from?
So I'm Lowanna Clarke. My mobs are Gundadumara, Nurrunjeri and Watchabolik. I was born on Wadawurrung country, 34, self-taught, contemporary Indigenous artist. So I kind of just try to take inspiration from country, plants, animals, colours of country, and mix that in with contemporary designs. Yeah,
cool. I think it's pretty evident. Like, you look at some of the artwork, and like, I think probably the favourite piece in this room of mine's obviously the doors. I think that's behind us here. So to see you sitting in this room for, I don't know how long it took. I think it was a couple of weeks. You had your kids here helping you paint the doors as well. So I guess to have them involved in that process is something really special as well. Like, I try and get my kids involved with a lot of the stuff that I do, and it's just about passing those practices and that cultural knowledge onto them as well. And to see your kids involved with that process is really cool for us to see as well.
100%. It was fun to be involved with you to do it as well. Cousins and
well, when your cousin says like, hey, do you want to paint some doors?
That's it. I was like, get in here.
You just say yes, I do want to paint some doors, and I do try to get the kids involved where I can and teach them as I'm learning, because I'm still learning as well.
Like, and that's something that we didn't have as kids, growing up. Like, we didn't have that learning journey from family and stuff. So I think that's what we're trying to change in our family too, hey? Making sure our kids know what's out there for them. Yeah,
and we're learning more and more every single day.
Definitely,
So to be able to share that with our kids and the next gen's pretty special.
Yeah. I think that's one of the big reasons why we do the work that we do with youth groups and holiday programs and camps and cultural practices and all that sort of stuff. It's because I was lucky enough that I was brought up with a lot of that stuff growing up in Mildura and in and around Melbourne as well, but not everyone else has had that either. So it's nice to be able to do that from my point of view anyway. But how long have you been doing or practicing art?
I think only around maybe 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
So not very long at all. Like, I've always been really creative.
Yep.
But I didn't have like a style or know how to like showcase my creativity.
Yep.
And once I was put on to like First Nations art, I just realised I was kind of good at it.
Yeah, definitely.
So I've just rolled with it and come up with my own sort of style. Take inspiration from other artists and family and just what I'm learning.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and it's really good just to be able to put it on a canvas and be able to tell a story.
100%. And I mean, you've got a massive piece at the base hospital as well. Was that one of your first ones that you've done?
That was the very first one.
Very first. And then, mate, look how big it is. Like, it's huge.
Yeah, it's pretty huge, and it's still there. It's
that's it.
Like 3, 4, 5 years maybe. It's still
pretty
there.
amazing.
So, it's pretty exciting to be able to drive past and have the kids pointed out.
Yeah.
You know, or like your mum goes to the hospital and she's taking selfies with your art in the back. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, every time I drive past it with like Louis and Elle, someone's like, "That's Lowanna's artwork." They're like, "We know, we've
seen it. It's been
seen
there.
it. You've told us every time we go past."
Oh dear, that's good. So like, in terms of your art, like I said before in the room, like the doors are my favourite piece. Can you talk to us about the piece on the door? Like, what's the story behind that?
Yeah, so basically we have like a gold ripple, which just signifies the land that we're on. And then obviously the native leaves just to symbolise, you know, our plants. And then we've got a group through the middle just to signify like our journey and the coming together, which signifies this space because this is what it's been created for people to come together, tell their stories. And then we also outline our rivers and waterways. So the bottom half of the door has like some beachy kind of waves just to signify our beaches.
Yeah,
they are quite beautiful.
Yep.
But yeah, it ties together really well.
And it ties like all of Wadawurrung together. Hey, like obviously we don't have our beaches here, but on our country there is beautiful beaches, and how lucky we are.
Yeah, well, I think our beaches are a big part of Australia as a whole.
Yeah, so definitely. Yeah.
It's really good just to signify that.
That's it.
And our rivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And especially with Wadawurrung, like, we're not just Ballarat. Ballarat, it does go all the way down to Geelong and along the coast down there. So you got some of the most beautiful beaches in Australia down that way.
That's it. And then we've got so many beautiful creeks here and stuff that
like Windaree and
amazing. With all the artwork you've done, have you got one that is favourite to you and it means the most, or?
No, I don't have
they're
a favourite.
All mean the most, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Most of I think I favourite colours.
Yeah.
Like I'll find a colour I like and I'll just use that until it gets old.
Yeah, till you get bored. It's like a song like that, eh?
Yeah. So
play it on repeat.
Yeah. With the artwork in this room, I guess we were inspired by the colours.
Yeah.
So to stick with the bungalow theme, we kind of took a lot of colours out of the equipment in this room, like
crocheted rugs,
knitted rugs, and tried to tie the colours in with the door.
Yep.
And then you'll also find in most of my artwork, I'll use a lot of gold because I try to represent the country.
Yeah.
Because we do live on a gold-covered country.
Yeah,
so
true.
It's a massive part of who we are, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
And particularly Ballarat, like the gold mines.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I do use gold in a lot of my pieces.
Yeah, and it stands out so well. Like I know the pieces, to our left has got that blue in there, and it just makes it all pop really nicely as well. Yeah. And a lot of people that come in, they love looking at the art, and I know Peter Shane's said that he loves the ones to our left, which are pretty cool. But
I think Sue at Periodic Arts was a little bit jealous that we
jealous.
purchased all of these before we can get them into
She
Periodic
asks me every
Arts.
time I go in there, "Where's your cousin? Why isn't she bringing her artwork in?" I was like, because she is, supplying us. We'll take it first. Now I know our pieces in the back room from our grandma's country. Yeah. So what was your inspiration there?
So those ones I was already working on those ones at the time that Grandma passed away. So I thought just to honour her and her country, that we would represent her in the title of that art.
Yeah, that's cool.
And just aim it around like plants, waterways, things from her country.
Yep. Yeah.
That's Northern Jerry and that.
Yeah. So South Australia.
Yeah. And did you both make that trip?
No. You've been there before, though, hey?
Been there before, when we were younger, but I would like to go again.
Yeah, and I think as a family we've said that we all want to get over that way a bit more, and
because it really is a beautiful part of the country.
I think Guy said last time, like, why the hell did we ever live here? Why did they move? But it's and it's special to have that in that backspace where I'm here every day, and our nieces and nephews and kids are coming here, and it's quite special. And I know that we, dance for Grandma and stuff. So Grandma has a good tie-in with our youth space, and it's nice to have her here in some way. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah,
those pieces are really great. They really brighten up the space.
Oh, they do. Yeah, everyone loves them too. I had some of the police force from Ballarat here yesterday, and they were like, "This is awesome! Like, so cool." And it creates opportunities when people are seeing your art. Then I think your phone's going crazy with the possibilities, and people trying to get you into their schools and stuff like that. Is that something that you want to do, or?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
In the future.
Yeah.
My confidence is pretty shoddy, so I would like to.
Yeah.
But these things take time.
That's it. Yeah, and maybe it's something we can start here together, and then
definitely.
Take it to schools as well too. Yeah. It'd be pretty cool.
Well, I think if you look at your artwork, like the outcome and what your artwork looks like, don't need to have any worry about your confidence when it comes to the outcome of your pieces. 100%. I know doing group work and guest speaking, I know that stuff can suck, and it is really hard. No matter how long you do it for, like I've been doing it for 20 years and I still get nervous and shit myself quite a lot when I'm doing it. But I think when you look at your artwork, Lowanna, and what you're able to achieve at the end of it, don't worry too much about your confidence when it comes to that as well.
That's it.
And if you muck it up, like, they're not going to know what it's meant to look like. Either. And it's the same thing when it comes to like guest speaking or running workshops. They don't know what I'm meant to say.
Yeah, that's it. Like, so true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the differences with your artwork as time's gone on as well? Like,
yeah. So, I think I've kind of just come into my own style.
Yeah.
I really struggled at the start because I didn't know enough about the history of art from our mobs.
Yeah.
And I was kind of taught that along the way.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I've definitely got my own style now that I just run with because it's safe.
Yeah, that's it.
And
I guess as you grow as a person as well, like your art's going to grow too, hey?
Yeah. And my designs are just so modern that they really resonate with the people today.
100%, yeah.
So I wouldn't say it's traditional, but I try to bring as much of our culture into it as I can.
Yeah, that's it.
Things that people are going to resonate with today.
Yeah. I think if you look at a lot of the artwork now, a lot of it is that contemporary, new age 100%. Sort of style.
Yeah.
Now, and it's so popular, like the bright colours.
Yeah, that's right.
Not so the traditional stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone's got their own interpretation of telling stories.
Well, this is how we see art in culture today.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have rock art.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so it's really hard to, there's not really any such thing as traditional art anymore. It's just too hard to create because everything was lost.
Yeah.
We haven't been taught.
And you also don't want to do the wrong thing either, hey? Like it can, cause an uproar in community, and that's, something that we all, I think, as artists try and steer clear with. Just have it as our own.
So it's not just as easy as picking up a brush and painting a design. There's actually a lot.
Yeah.
A lot to it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Even yourself, Nikki, like I know you're getting into art.
Yeah, I think we kind of started doing it together, hey? Like, we were like, let's do this. And, I mean, yours is absolutely amazing. And I'm just always like, oh, that's so cool. I love that.
Well, First Nations art at the moment is just huge.
It is.
It's everywhere.
It is.
Everyone wants a piece.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
It's really good to be able to showcase our art and our culture
100%,
and just get it out there.
Yeah, that's it.
There's so many different mediums now you can do it. Like you've got your canvas work, Nikki. You do a lot of digital stuff.
Much easier.
Like I think you've done the Ballage and Dance Group design on the t-shirt and the hoodie there. You've done I think two of the camps that we ran last year. You did shirts and hoodies for that. And
the Bungalow,
like even the Bungalow, our logo design there. You did that on our iPad. So. And like with me, like I do stuff on possum skins. I make jewellery.
There's just so many elements that you can use, hey? Like, and stuff that we can teach kids that. Yeah.
And what I love about it is no two pieces are the same.
That's it.
Like this is our representation.
Yeah. And it's our story, and it's how we can tell our stories as well, hey?
This is how we represent our family, our mobs.
Yeah. What have you found most challenging about art, your artwork, and being an artist?
It's the laws behind it.
Yeah.
It's knowing what we can and can't do, we really need to, like, a lot of our culture was lost. So unless a family member steps forward and says, hey, we don't really use dots in our area, give something else a go, or practice using lines or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know unless you've got family members that have experienced it.
Yeah, that's
and they can teach you. So, like, knowing what you can and can't do, or what you should and shouldn't do, is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely when you've already, started something and then they're like, you can't do that. It's like, I've nearly finished it. Like it makes it really hard.
Yeah, but I guess that's just a part of being First Nations.
Like, that's it.
We learn something new every day.
So true, yeah.
We're always going to do something that's going to upset someone because we haven't learned these things, and until we do.
Yeah.
But I think with art, it's easy to fix those mistakes too.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I can create a piece, and if someone comes forward and says, hey, let's try something else, then you just do it.
Yeah, that's it.
Like,
yeah.
You just take that
it's
as
a new challenge as well. Hey?
Yeah, you take that as a learning curve.
Yeah.
And you run with it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool.
Have you done any collabs with anyone?
A small one with Nikki.
Yep.
I'm just.
Did you do? I think. Did you do one? The mats that you did for the kids.
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah.
I drew up a design, and a lady screen printed them onto material and made them into pencil cases.
That's right. Yeah.
I think the story behind that was reflection. So it was like a 2-sided piece. So you flip it out, and it's one whole.
Yeah.
And they were like a reusable mat, so the kids would colour them in, and then you chuck them in the washing machine, and then they're right to go again.
Pretty cool.
Good for the environment. We love that.
I also did quite a big collaboration with Fig Jam & Co, a catering company in Brisbane.
Oh, yeah.
So I created, I think it was 6 artworks, which they printed and put on a range of bush tucker condiments that they make.
Yep.
So they're actually being sold all over the world.
Awesome.
Which is so cool.
Yeah, they're printing my artwork on like banners and advertising and lots of digital things.
Yeah.
So that was a really big one,
Cool.
which I was quite proud of.
Oh, 100%.
So you should be.
Yeah, it was so exciting just to see. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a big one. That was a really good one.
I think we had some of the condiments here as well, and I was like, that's one of the work.
How does that make you feel, like knowing that your artwork is on like the opposite side of the world?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had pieces that you've had to send overseas?
I have, yes. Yeah. So I think there was one that went to Scotland.
That's cool.
Oh, wow.
There was one that went to the UK somewhere. So there is quite a few that have been sent overseas, or people have purchased here and taken home to their families.
Yep. Yeah, that's amazing.
So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, but once it's gone, kind of don't get to see what happens.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Like, with friends, and I know that, a lot of your friends are like, oh, like this is awesome. And it's probably the first time that they're seeing, Aboriginal artwork and stuff. Do they have them up in their homes and you get to see them when you go there, or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
sometimes. I think
that's cool.
There's actually a couple of pieces around Ballarat. I think there's one in Caffs, and there's one somewhere else in like a mother's unit somewhere.
Yeah, cool.
So there is a few around.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever come across one.
Yeah. Yes.
Except for here.
Yeah.
Got a whole room for you?
Yeah. But no, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, that's awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Any advice for like our next gen of kids that are like interested in becoming artists? Like, have you got any advice for them?
I think just practice.
Yep.
Yeah.
You always ask for advice.
Yeah.
Reach out to people who have experience. Find out what you can and can't do, what you should and shouldn't do.
Yep.
And just learn as you go. Like, once you come into your own style, you're laughing. Like,
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you go with like storytelling in artwork as well? Because I know that can be quite tricky. Like, it's sometimes you just want to paint to get whatever is you're thinking it out.
Yeah, I was going to ask the same thing. Like I found it a couple of times. I'll just do a piece of art, but I can't come up with a story that suits that piece of art. Or I'll have a story, but I don't know how to put that into a piece of art, and it drives me nuts.
Depends how it comes around. Like, if someone says to me, hey, we want you to like do a commission piece for us, and we want you to tell this story.
Yeah.
then you start with a draft and you just get something down, and then you add all your own bits and pieces into it, and then you've created a story that resonates with them. But most of my art is my interpretation of something simple, just like country or water or something like that, and then the story comes later. You've got your baseline, and then you add bits and pieces as you go. Like if you add a turtle to your water piece, well then your story changes or develops. So I guess it depends how it comes around.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's really cool.
Yeah, that drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And people are like, what's the story? And I'm just like, I'm just painting a paint.
Yeah.
Like I'll just
And I would prefer to write my story.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Then
rather than verbally tell someone.
Because sometimes you just forget too. Like you know what it is, but then you forget half the story. And you're like, damn it.
And especially if you're naming something in language.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's a word you can't pronounce.
Yeah, that's right.
You're just like, here, read this.
Yeah. Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. That's really amazing.
And thinking about the next gen, what about your kids? Are they artists at all? I know they helped you with the door a little bit, but
yeah, I don't know. I think Ava is more into sport.
Yeah.
I don't think she's got a creative bone in her body, if I'm honest. But she tries.
Yep.
She takes symbols and she'll try to recreate my art.
Yep.
In her own way.
Yeah, that's cool.
And Tanner's the same, but I'll keep my eye on him because he might just
and
make
that's
it as an artist.
Might surprise you. Yeah.
And that's the thing that can come in time too. Hey, I remember when we were kids, we weren't sitting down too much, colouring in and drawing and stuff.
No,
we were too busy running around and annoying all the aunties and uncles.
Yeah.
So hopefully something in time that they'll grow to love.
Yeah, well, I guess no one ever sat us down with a piece of paper and some paints and said, hey, give this a go.
Yeah, that's it. They were more get out of our side.
Yeah. we had artists in the family.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think that was when we were too young to kind of resonate with it.
Yeah, that's so
and
true.
now we push our culture onto our kids because we want them to understand and know what we didn't.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, that's really cool.
One of the reasons why I'm getting into it now, like I've got artists in my family who would push the paper and the pencils and the textures and the paints in front of me, and I was like, I just want to go play sport.
Yeah, that's it. And it had the opposite effect, hey?
Yeah, and now I'm getting I'm too old to play footy or anything like that now. Like my body's shutting down and I can't run around and kick footy and play the sports that I used to play. So it's like now I'm starting to get into that art. So I'm 38. And it's been the last probably 5 or 6 years where I've started to explore it a little bit more. So, it doesn't matter if you're 10.
Yeah, that's right.
You're nearly 40 like me and
I
just
think,
starting out.
For me too, it's really therapeutic. And it's good for your mental health because you can just shut everything out. And you just put what you're feeling into a piece.
Yeah.
Or, it's just so therapeutic.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
like a massive stress relief because you're just focused on what you're doing.
Yeah,
it blocks everything else out. Hey,
yeah. We do that a lot at work. Like I know we're flat out all the time. There's sometimes Nikki and I will just completely stop doing work or planning
on a Friday or something.
Work and
craft day Friday.
And just pull out the paints and the iPads or the resin stuff that we've just started doing as well. And it's nice and therapeutic, which is good.
Especially in this day and age,
you need to. Hey?
Life is hard and you need an outlet.
Yeah.
And if you're 34 like me and sport's not really an option anymore, you need to put that energy into something.
Yep. Yeah, I think I'm find that now too.
Yeah.
Silly knees and what can I do? But it's a great outlet, and it's something that it brings family together too. Like we've worked on pieces for grandma and stuff, and that was pretty amazing. And having other family members in that was I think it was a real special moment for us all. Hey,
it was really special bonding moment, and then to see the outcome of that, and be able to tell a story that was for someone.
That's it. Yeah.
A real honour, I think,
it was
within our family.
Definitely, yeah. And that was just a quick moment like, do you reckon we could do this? And then next minute,
we're doing it.
And it's in the shed and we're
and it just it opens up so many opportunities for our family too, because 100%. We were like, hey, we should do this again.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And we're like, why haven't we done this before? Like,
yeah,
and that's something we could keep doing, and it doesn't have to be directly with with the dream time and stuff like that. It can be anything that we could do. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, I think those 2 art pieces that you guys put together for your grandma, like on the coffin and then the possum skin.
Yeah,
to see your family come together and pull something like that together.
That's it.
Whilst trying to grieve at the same time. I think the whole family should be pretty proud of that, because
it was really, really special just to come together and have that time.
Yeah, yeah. And I think we've said, like it. Yes, we miss her, but she was 101, and it's a big celebration of life. And I think just being able to sit together and paint the coffin was a great time for us to all. I know we're all close anyway, but it just brought us all in, and being able to remember our times with Grandma too. It was a special moment, and
it also allowed everyone to get involved.
That's
as well.
it. Yeah, even our cousins that aren't directly into art and stuff. And,
they got the brush out.
Yeah, got the brush out and sat there with us. Most of the night and did it. It was awesome. It was really cool. Yeah. Very special.
And we had all the kids around too, so they were kind of watching and
freaking out that there's a coffin in the shed. I think you scared your daughter, didn't you?
Yeah.
Tell her grandma's in there.
Poorly.
It was so funny. It was great. I mean, that would have happened to us as kids as well if, our older cousins or aunties and uncles would have been scaring us as well. It's just, passing it down. What's next? What's coming up for you?
I'm not really sure. I do have a few pieces in the works.
Yep.
So we'll need to wait and see how they pan out.
Yep. Top secret.
Yeah, top secret. You heard it here first.
That's it.
So I don't know. I think I'll just work on a few pieces and really figure out what my next collection will be like.
You got ideas of where you want to take your art? Like, would you do? A lot of artists now are doing clothing lines and bikinis, and they're on the chocolates, the roses, and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you see, you yourself doing that?
Like I could, but I don't feel like I need to go that big.
Yeah. Yep.
Like it's very overwhelming.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if something come up, I'd be like,
that's it. If the opportunities arise.
But at the moment, I think I'm happy just working with canvases and a couple of little digital pieces here and there.
Yeah.
Maybe cool. Open my books up to some more commissions. And get back into that.
Yeah.
But my main focus at the moment is to come up with a new collection. So
cool.
I've done my Nurrunjeri collection, and I've done a Gunditjmara collection. I've done a little bit of Watchabolic.
I was going to say maybe Watchabolic, but you've done the Pink Lake and stuff.
Done a little bit, So maybe
that's something that we need to go spend time on country and get those ideas flowing. Hey,
inspiration from the country. Go and see the colour of the Pink Lakes up close. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're quite lucky, our countries have got, big standout things on them. Like, where we're from, it's pretty, amazing and lucky. Yeah.
So, that'll be next. Just
cool.
Get some inspo, get a new collection ready to go, because once I've got an idea to run with, I could create 20 or 30 pieces based on that one.
Yeah, and just change
a little bit of inspo.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. Oh, amazing.
I think we might have to try and get her in for
do a workshop.
A workshop with the kids during the holidays before our big art expo.
I'll get a heap of canvases and they can paint all the base colours for me.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, put them to work. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Cool. Have you ever had like a solo exhibition or anything like that?
No. So my plan was when we moved back from Queensland, I would have an exhibition.
Yep.
Because I had all of these artworks
now we're taking
sitting in the shed, but because I've found a home for them, I don't really have anything. Like I will have an exhibition one day, but I need to wait until I'm ready.
Yeah, that's it.
I need, I need lots of works.
Yeah. And not, anyone coming in like, where's your artwork? We need to take it. Like, we want to, sell it to us.
So, my mum, she's an artist. she's always pushing for me to have an exhibition. So
that's cool.
I will do it one day for her, but
yeah,
probably not anytime soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Future plans. We like it.
Yeah.
No rush. No rush. Oh, cool. But yeah, I think we definitely need to try and get you in to do some stuff 100%. With our kids.
Yeah.
In the program. Yeah, like you said, you've only really been doing it for 5 years.
Yeah.
Before.
Not very long at all, and I've created a lot of
100%
works in that.
That's right.
In that time frame.
And I know we've got a few kids like Morgan. Would I think do really well with a kind of like a mentor.
Yeah.
Like even a Maya as well. I think she's doing the Null and Jerry program with the Western Bulldogs. She's doing all the new design stuff for that. So
got lots of youth there that could use someone with experience and
well, there's so many like pathways you can take with art, like
definitely
bit of digital stuff.
Yeah, that's it. We've got one girl, Ali, who wants to be a tattooist, and which is pretty cool. And, we're like, hone into your art, and gonna get her into the art gallery and stuff, which is pretty cool.
I've had people ask me about tattoo design. But I'm kind of like, if you're gonna get a First Nations artist to design your tattoo, you kind of need to get it tattooed by a First Nations tattooist.
True. That'd be pretty special too. And it just means so much more when you're going down that line, I think.
It is, Like I was lucky enough, I got a tattoo done last year. My brother did a design just on an iPad during COVID. He had never really gotten into art, and because we were all in lockdown for so long, there was nothing else for him to do, and he started picking up the iPad, and he's actually a pretty bloody good artist. So he did a leg piece for me, and I went down to Melbourne and got an Indigenous artist to tattoo that onto me. So that was pretty special. And I think what Nikki was saying, the kids there, they want to be a tattoo artist and digital artists and canvas artists or jewellery makers or anything like that. I think it's important for them to get people in like you and other artists that we've got in town. Like even someone like Donna Blocker, what she does, a lot of weaving stuff as well. So it's just about trying to get these role models in to show these kids that it's okay to try different mediums as well, and it doesn't matter if you... It
doesn't have to look a certain way. It
doesn't matter if you're, nearly pushing 40 like me and you only just sort of started out a bit, or if you're in your late 20s when you started, and Nikki, you've just turned 30 and have gotten into your art as well. So
we're still in denial about that.
We're working with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-year-olds. The world's our oyster if we can just provide them these opportunities and say,
for sure.
Go for it.
That's it.
Sweet. We're doing our job.
And just to have someone there to, you're doing the right thing, like keep that up and stuff, and giving them. I think a lot of our kids are. I don't know if it's like maybe going to school, you just hear about dot art, and that's kind of the only thing that you hear about. Hey, and then that's all that they know, and they think they can only do that. I think it's given them those pathways to be like, there's actually symbols that you can use. There's cross hatching in some communities, and there's just so much out there that a lot of our kids don't know, and we're just hearing about dot art and stuff. But like I know when I was at school, I had an art teacher who's like, go down to the hospital, like go have a look at the artwork, and I was like, I've got artwork in my house, like I don't need to go to the hospital. Like I've got a family who are artists and stuff. They're like, go, and I'm like, that's not from here. That's not where I'm from. Like, don't push me to go there because it's not what I want to do. Like I know in my head what I wanted to do, and
it's a really like First Nations art's really complex.
It is,
It's really there's so much involved.
That's it.
And we'll never know.
Exactly.
Everything. That we should know.
Yeah, and I think our art is growing with our culture as well. Like it's always going to change, and in ways that we are growing as a community and stuff like that.
Because so much was taken away from us 230, 240 years ago. We are still learning. We are evolving. We're moving with the times, and
that's it.
That's the beautiful thing about our culture. Yes, it's traditional and it's old, but we're so contemporary at the same time. And we're telling that in art. You look at your artwork in here, it's contemporary, but there's still elements of some traditional stuff in there as well.
No, it's very special.
What if they get you involved with the art expo too?
100%. Get Ava. That's the charm, get Ava and Tanner into it for the art expo. It's for kids. That might be their niche to get them in.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
You never know.
We got Louis in there. We can get Tanner and Ava.
Yeah.
Oh, Louis. That kid. All right. Superpower. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
It would have to be to fly.
Yeah.
What she wants.
That's
Really?
We're both nosy.
Who
Is it just a Clarke thing or something, is it?
Probably. I love that.
Yeah, it would have to be to fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
I mean, I'd love to be invisible and walk through walls and scare my kids. But to fly, definitely. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right. Well, Lowanna, thank you so much for coming in. I know, again, it was last minute, but we appreciate you coming in, having a yarn, us finding out a little bit more about you and I guess where your inspiration came from for your artwork. And, we're excited to see what's next with your art. No doubt we'll keep you close to us so we can
100%.
hopefully buy some more artwork off you. And
no moving back to Queensland, please.
even try and tee you up with a couple of our younger girls and even the younger boys as well who are interested in being artists and maybe be that role model for them as well. So, we appreciate it.
Where do we find you? You know, where can people listening find your artwork?
Facebook and Instagram. It's just under Art by Lowanna. So they're my main outlets at the moment. I do have an Etsy page which you can access through Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
Sweet. Look her up, people. Lowanna Clarke.
Yeah.
Christmas is coming. Easter's on its way.
Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
Yep.
Birthdays.
Everything.
Yep.
No, awesome. Thank you so much again.
Thanks, Nan.
And we look forward to working for you.
Thanks for having
moving forward.
me.
Future.
That's
Thank you.
great.
See you guys.
Thanks.